So it's the countdown to the Nintendo Switch 2. We got like a week to go, man. I don't know if you're excited. I'm excited. I want to play me some Mario Kart World, but there's been a lot of stuff going on, man. Some people getting their hands on this system early, and there's some controversy going on with that. We'll touch on that in a moment. But I don't know if you've looked at this app that they have, that like Nintendo Today app thing, that they have a lot of news on there. There's DRM, so I can't take screenshots or even share the videos on here, but they've been sharing things on here that they're not putting up, on social media and stuff. Some things I find interesting. So I just wanted to kind of talk about real quick. Like they posted this Nintendo 64 Classic, so Switch Online stuff. It's going to be specifically for the Switch 2, it said. I guess the Switch 1's not powerful enough for this, but there's going to be some new features. And it's some basic ass emulation stuff. Okay, we're now going to have rewind. So if you screw up in Mario 64, you can rewind, dude. Cool. You could change controls, I guess. Cool. You can change around controls. You can also put on a CRT filter. Hold on, I got to pull this up again. I missed the part where it was, see, I can't show you the video, but I gotta get to the part where it talked about the controls. Check what button it does. Viewer change. It just lets you change the controls. That's it. Lets you change the controls. But yeah, this app, they've been sharing a lot of interesting stuff. You can scroll through and look at things, not just with the Switch 2, but a lot of information with the Switch 2, which I do find interesting. So yeah, there we go. But yeah, there's some other stuff going on. The compatibility tests for Switch games and the Switch 2, they updated this today based on testing data from April 24th. Okay. So this dark blue, no issues found during basic compatibility testing or issues are planned to be addressed by launch. Games can be started. Further tests in progress for this color blue. I think the shade should be like totally different colors, maybe. I don't know, but I guess it's a gradient. This light blue game is playable with issues in certain parts of the game. Wow. This orangish color issues were found during startup, and then this darker red. I don't know. Is that red? I don't know. Maybe I'm colorblind here or something. They're just not compatible. So they're showing like, hey, a good portion of the games have no issues, man. Or they have issues that are planned to be addressed, dude. And then there's some games that have issues, man. Software that cannot be used on the Switch 2. Labo, we kind of figured, you know what I mean? I don't know what this is. Nico. Abima cannot be used. Okay. Crunchyroll. No Crunchyroll, no Hulu. People are upset about that from what I'm understanding. And then I think there was stuff that like YouTube had issues or something. I'm sure all those like streaming apps will get like new versions over time. But this was one thing that's kind of interesting. Okay, Ring Fit Adventure can be played, but requires, original Joy-Cons. That makes sense. 1-2 switch. Everybody 1-2 switch. Game Builder Garage. Joy-Con 2 controllers don't include an IR motion camera as is featured on the Switch Joy-Con. So it's only possible to use the IR motion camera or IR light node on in the free programming mode if you connect Joy-Con. Okay, so they just have like, hey, these games require it. So Labo you could still play. It's just that VR one, right? It's just that specific Labo. Labo what, 4? It said. But you can go to these compatibility. We're not going to go through it all, but they have 3 different PDFs. We went through it before they updated it. They've changed it a little bit from what I understand. So yeah, you got that. Another thing that I was disappointed. This kind of freaking annoys me, dude. Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD remake. I think this comes out in October. I'm looking forward to it, man. But they just announced that it's coming out for the Switch 2. And I was like, dude, nice. Like I'm getting me a Switch 2. Where did the box art go? So they have copies for everything. Switch 1, Xbox, PS5. Then there's this collector's edition. I don't really care about the collector's edition. The only thing the collector's edition comes with is this game case, which is nice, cool, but you're spending like an extra $100. and you're just getting these acrylic figures, which they're neat, but I don't really care about that kind of stuff. I don't think it's like it doesn't justify the price, dude. Like with the Final Fantasy Pixel remaster set, it came with a lot of stuff. Still don't necessarily think it justified the price, but it still came with a hell of a lot more stuff than this comes with, like an extra $100. Just comes with some damn acrylic figures. You know what I mean? But this is what annoyed me. Game key card for the Switch 2 version. Every damn company, Square Enix, dude, with freaking Bravely Default game key card. This is a 17 gigabyte game download. Do you notice something here? The Switch 2 version is a download with a cartridge. Like, just imagine this Switch 2 cartridge, pop that bitch in. There's no data on it other than a kilobyte of numbers or something that signifies it's a serial number or something that is like, hey, this is this copy of the game. I'm sure that's how it works. Plug it in, connect to the internet, and it downloads your copy of the game, right? That way, when you give somebody else that cartridge, you can't continue playing yours. I would imagine, I think I said this before. I wonder, like, if you buy another copy of the game, if your download will still work with that, or if there's like that hash or, whatever, some kind of number attached to that download. Because obviously it's something with the card, right? But what the fuck, dude? 17 gigabytes, but then like the Switch One doesn't indicate any download. It's just on the cartridge, dude. So yeah, Nintendo's screwing around here with these damn key cards. Companies are just eating it up to save money. Freaking bastards, dude. Freaking bastards. Another thing, real quick, Best Buy with their pre-orders, they're doing this thing where they might have extras. I've heard some people say they talk to their Best Buys, where their Best Buys have said, "Oh, we're not going to have extra consoles." So if you're looking at going to a Best Buy to hopefully get a system, ask ahead of time so you don't waste time lining up, because they're going to open it. They're going to do midnight releases. Definitely go there. I wouldn't wait till the next day or launch day. I would go for the midnight release. If you know they're going to have extras, if you didn't get a pre-order in, like go that night. Like on West Coast, it's going to be at 9 p.m., right? East Coast, 12:01, right? So check ahead of time, go there that night, make sure that they're going to have extras, but they're going to be giving away these coins. People were saying like, yeah, they're going to give away coins. It's only for console purchases from what I understand, not like, oh, if you buy a game. That's what I've been hearing. Is, I had to double check. I saw there was another like flyer type thing that specifically said, but the coin has the Switch 2 logo on it and then Best Buy on the other side. So I don't know. I don't know if I really care about that kind of thing, but there's that. The other thing is, man, so people getting the Switch 2 early somehow, obviously they're not buying them from like a Target or a Best Buy or something early. They're backdooring them, dude. And the controversy now is like, well, they can't use them. Nintendo put a restriction where you can't play the system, you can't play any games until you update it, and the update's not available yet. It's got some kind of block on it where it has to be updated day one on launch, so the system's useless right now. And there was videos that were up, but I didn't get to see them because apparently they were taken down, copyright claimed, probably by Nintendo, I would imagine, or one of their affiliated copyright claimer lawyer type peoples, right? And people are flipping out about it. I'm not being here defending Nintendo. I don't really care, about that. I'm not going to defend them or praise them. I don't really care. I just want to play the damn thing. I enjoy games. I'm looking forward to a lot of stuff on the Switch too, but I'm wondering if what it is like, did the people who got it early, do they have any Switch 2 games early? Because I would imagine like if the Switch 2 game, if it's a physical cartridge and it's all on the cart and it's not like an online game, if you just pop that bitch in, it should just play. Like you don't need online, right? But if it's a Switch 1 game with all that crap that we were seeing with like these compatibility issues and stuff like that, where they have to patch things and emulate stuff and do all sorts of things, that if you're popping in Switch 1 games on the Switch 2 early, it has to download something, I would imagine. So that's what I'm thinking, is that these people are popping in Switch 1 games, and it's like, oh, you can't play without an update to the system that's not available yet. So they have a Switch 2 that can't do anything if they don't have Switch 2 games that don't need like an update, or they're, it's not a game key card type thing. So I don't know. I'm just curious with that. But that's the big thing going on right now is people, oh my God, these Switch 2s, Nintendo are blocking the use of these systems, and you have to day one update it in order to even use it. Is that possible? Maybe it is, but I'm thinking it's more likely that it probably is, there's going to be an update for the system. But would it make sense that you can't use it at all? I wouldn't think so. I would think there would be some kind of like, Nintendo will force that, like, you're going to have to update the system to play certain stuff, obviously, but I wouldn't imagine day one, like, you can't do anything at all. Like Switch 2 games, I would imagine it's a Switch 1 thing that's blocking these people from using the system. That's just what I'm thinking, but I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching. Bye.